Stop doing long reading sessions with your kid. This 10-minute routine works so much better. If reading time with your child always ends in frustration, you're not necessarily doing anything wrong, but the routine you're using probably is not the right choice. Fun fact, a child is not developmentally built to sit down for hours on end. Their brains are not wired that way, like yours or mine are. The rule of thumb for a kid is to take your child's age plus 5, and that's the amount of minutes you have for their attention span. So if we are talking about a 5-year-old, we're going to do 5 plus 5. You have about 10 minutes before you need to switch activities. This has nothing to do with ADHD or autism. This is just developmentally normal for kids. So instead, start with 2 minutes of sound play. Blending, segmenting, and rhyming, especially if we're talking about beginner readers. This wakes up the exact brain pathway used for decoding, recognizing those different sounds, not necessarily yet which letters make which sounds. That is the phonics. Here, this is the phonemic awareness, simply hearing how many sounds are in a word and then rhyming it. What other words use that same sound? For example, fish has 3 sounds in it. F, I, sh. We can also rhyme this with the word wish, dish, and on and on and on. When you do move to the phonics, pick one pattern to focus on per day, let's say. So if we're going to work on short A, only work on short A. Hat, bat, hat. If we're working on blends, only work on blends. Maybe it's just the SH sound, just the CH sound, TH sound, consonant digraphs, vowel digraphs, whatever it is you're working on, just work on that one skill for that particular day. This builds automaticity so kids aren't guessing. And if you constantly jump from one thing to another and then another, their little brains don't have enough time to process, organize, and then retain that information long term, which leads to trying to go fast and they end up guessing and not remembering what they read anyway. Read a short passage that only uses those patterns that they already know. Decodables are great, especially if we're talking about beginner readers. This builds confidence and then it builds fluency. Then immediately reread the passage, the book, the sentence, or whatever it is that you're working on again. While it's important to push their skills, simply repeating previously learned information is what builds that automaticity and overall fluency speed. Celebrate their wins. I don't care how small it is, one new word learned, one sentence read smoothly, anything, or even just sitting there and doing the task is going to be so helpful. Because confidence is a reading skill and we want to pair reading with positive things. If you're not sure which skills your child needs, I'm doing free one-to-one assessments all of December. So whether you decide to work with me as their tutor or not, you'll know their real reading level and you'll at least know where to go from there. Comment the word assessment and I will DM you the link, or you can just go to my bio and get it from there too.